aren't you guys just looking so pretty? You guys look, our poppies are done growing and they look so lovely. Oh, I really think we should maybe get one of the build-a-bed pots next time and start a lovely bed of poppies out front because these are just so beautiful. But for now, our poppies are going to go find homes elsewhere, so let's go ahead and sell them. And then it sounds like the delivery truck is here. You guys, the delivery truck is here and it has something very special that I am so excited to share with all of you in terms of a new plant. A new plant to celebrate the fact that we actually have added in the water pipe system, and the water pipe system is going to go ahead and allow us to grow pothos. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. We have hanging plants for these now. All right, let's see. Oh, look, that's so cute. You can go ahead and just put the pothos on the hanging pipes. I wonder if the pipes will automatically water them or not. Something tells me they don't until maybe I get a sprinkler, but I'm not sure. All right. And meanwhile, the pothos actually need, let me find them, they need to have just 1 water and 2 light. So they should thrive inside of our greenhouse. And pothos do extremely well in many medium to low light situations. They also happen to be some of the best plants for air purification, which is just so cool. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up the pothos pots with this high quality fertilizer. And then we'll give it a little bit of water. And then we will plant their seeds. All right. We'll plant their seeds and carry on with our botany experiments today because I have decided that we are definitely a little botany bun. And what I mean by that is that as you progress through unlocking, or as you progress through growing all sorts of different plants, then our little bun learns about new seeds that we can grow. So I think we should do our best to try to grow at least one or a few of every one of the different plants available. And right now we actually have we've unlocked the hibiscus? Since when did we unlock a hibiscus? I must have missed that. Oh my gosh, I love hibiscus. Okay, we are absolutely going to be ordering a ton of hibiscus in just a second here. And we have also unlocked another new plant that I wanted to share with you guys. This guy, the Synegia helleri. The Synegia helleri was believed to be extinct even from cultivation, and it was only recently rediscovered. In fact, a picture from November 2015 is likely the first witnessing of these beautiful flowers in over 100 years. How amazing is that? An extinct plant! So I want to try to grow that as well. And then there's just a bunch of unknown plants that we can go ahead and unlock, and we have not yet grown an umbrella plant. Recognizable by its systematic pattern of 8 leaves, the umbrella plant is sometimes referred to as an octopus plant. This plant is a native of the forest of Taiwan and can grow to 20 or 30 feet tall. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I didn't know it was native to Taiwan. Chips and I need to go back. We spent most of our time in Taipei. He got to go on a mountain excursion with the school group he was with. But we always have talked about wanting to go back and spend a lot of time in Taiwan, like 2 or 3 months again, and be able to explore some of the natural beauty that's out there too. So yes, I want to grow all of these. And then I was thinking it would be a really good idea to go ahead and try to get the propagator today. I want to be able to propagate our own plants because that will save us a lot of time and possibly quite a few carrots because we won't have to be constantly worried. There we go. We won't have to be constantly worried about having to spend our precious carrots on buying new plants. And speaking of new plants, let's see. We have our calathea, which is very happy and ready to grow. So we'll go ahead and sell our little calathea. I might get a couple more just so that we can keep everything growing. How are these? Okay, these 2 orchids at the back are now at max growth. And I might check, I think the orchids are actually the thing that sells for the most carrots right now. Let me double check that. Yeah, max sell price, orchid. Yeah, the orchids and these new plants sell for the most. So I think I want to get to the point where we can just have like 2 rows of orchids. I think that would be wonderful. And then let's see, hibiscus needs 2 water and 3 sun. So this thing is about to become a hibiscus pot. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna get at least 2 hibiscus, and I'm gonna need 2 more of the orchids. And then let me get a couple more calathea. just to like round off the things I already know I have pots for. And then I want to go ahead and try out maybe the umbrella plant, because I do have that big pot that I was using for lilies, but let's try growing that. And then I'm going to get one of these Sinningalera Hilleries or whatnots. I'm just going to call them little sins, I suppose. And then do I have a pot for that? I do over here. I have this pot that used to have like an orchid in it. So we'll grow the rare plant in here. And if I'm going to grow the umbrella plant in this pot, umbrella plant needs orchid, philea, roses, 2 sun, but it needs to have a much drier pot. So let me go ahead. That was true for my umbrella plant too. I had my umbrella plant for years and years and years. I probably had my umbrella plant for 12 years. But it recently died because it ended up with these terrible little mites. They're called like shingle mites or something like that. Brown cap mites. It was awful. No matter what I did to try to get rid of them, I just couldn't. So we had to let my umbrella plant like go. I mean, we kept it as long as we could, but it did die off. It was such a pretty plant. All right, meanwhile, it looks like I could do a little bit. Oh, I picked it all up again. Silly Siri. It looks like I could do a little bit of watering. Ooh, yeah, I need to do some watering for my orchids. Maybe I should go ahead and get a sprinkler. Because we are starting to finally get busy enough that if I had a sprinkler to take care of these things, I wouldn't need to worry like, oh, I need to make sure that all my plants have enough water. All right, let's go get all of our seeds. Yes! Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, my hibiscuses. All right. You guys are going straight in here. And you guys need... Do you need a drier climate? What's going on? Large? Outside? Biggest pot? You guys have a lot of water? Okay, you're feeling... Okay, all right. Oh, we just unlocked the common lady fern and another plant. The Zarina plant. I can't even name that thing. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's take our orchids inside and get these guys potted. I'm really reconsidering my dismissiveness I had around, oh, we don't need to go ahead and get sprinklers. That's okay. It'll keep me busy. I'm going to keep these little buns hopping. And we're going to try, and possibly not succeed, but at least try to save up our money so that we'll be able to get the propagator. Because I think that's going to help us out a lot. And so will actually having a ridiculous number of plant pots. And possibly, just possibly, a second place that we can go ahead and plant a whole bunch of another row of orchids, because I think orchids are going to be our money makers for a while. All right, you. I'm going to plant you right here. And then the little sin plant, what does it want? 2 water, 2 sun. So I need to give it more water. All right, hang in there, little one. And perfect. All right. Is it happy now? It is happy. Okay. Meanwhile, I need to come over and I've got a whole bunch of unhappy orchids. Fantastic quality, okay quality. So I'll spend some time taking good care of our orchids. There we go. What about you? Fantastic quality. Good. It's just kind of helpful. I can just walk along and like fertilize all these guys. All right, you good? You good? You good? Okay, good. I think all of those guys are doing well. And look at our little pothos. Okay, let's see. It's large, but it is not done growing yet. Oh, that's so fun. And my little umbrella plant. Okay, needs better dirt quality. I'm on it, little friend. Oh, and actually, I think we have like a pipe system. What is this? How do I use the pipes? Oh my gosh, what? Wow, so that's how you use the water pipes. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. It doesn't reach everything, just the plants that are under the water pipes, but that means you can water all of your hanging plants like really quickly, which is very useful. All right, then I need to improve dirt quality on this. We just unlocked another new plant. Oh, be still, my little botanist Bun-Bun heart. Oh, my hibiscuses are growing. They need better dirt quality. I'm on it, you guys. Okay, this is very, very, very exciting. We just have so much happening. And see, if I had the seed shelf and the propagator, then I would be able to go ahead and just start propagating things. I think our pothos are done. Oh, there's my orchid, or there's my hibiscuses. Yes, the pothos has reached a max growth. And let me check in on our orchids. All of our orchids have reached max growth too, so we're about to have a party. All right. Yay! Oh my gosh, the pothos actually sells for quite a bit compared to a lot of our other plants. Whoops, I don't think that one was done growing. That's okay. We just unlocked forget-me-nots, you guys! Oh dear me, oh my gosh, there's so much happening. Okay, I do think orchids and seed shelves are still the way to go. But we do have 2 medium pots that I have not planted anything in. So I am quite intrigued to go ahead and see what else we can grow in those medium pots amongst all the newbies. Oh, are my hibiscuses done? My hibiscuses are done! Oh, thank you, little hibiscus. 40 carrots, I'll take it. Alright, so I know immediately. Oh, look at the forget-me-nots. They're so pretty. And the common lady fern. Alright, what do I grow those in? Common lady fern actually can be in hanging pots, so I think we're going to definitely fill this place with ferns. And we need a medium pot for the forget-me-nots. So I think we'll go ahead and maybe get a couple forget-me-nots in a minute here. But for now, we're going to want 2 more hibiscuses. And I'm going to need 6 more of the orchids to replace the things that we have already sold. And then while we wait for those to arrive, I'll improve the dirt quality on some of these plants. And then we might even have enough time for a tiny bit of yoga. But our plants are really keeping us busier and busier. I wonder if there's like something you can get to make the dirt quality even better. Good job, little garden. You've been growing us so much stuff. Alright, how are you guys doing? Need better dirt? I'm on it, I'm on it. It's very relieving that you don't have to like take them out of the pot and like dump all the dirt out to be able to fertilize it. When I worked at a flower farm, I learned really fast that it was super important not to waste your dirt. Like, they would get very irate if you were pulling up weeds and you pulled up too much of the dirt while you were pulling up weeds. That was a big no-no. You left as much of that high-quality dirt in the soil as possible, and you shook it off the roots, because it's just so important to make sure that you keep good dirt, like, where it belongs, especially because good dirt is basically the result of a very, very busy and complicated set of ecosystems. Good dirt is like an inheritance of having... Okay, we finished the umbrella plant. Good dirt is like having inheritance of having grown... I want to take a little picture with my umbrella plant. Of having grown things in place for a long time and balancing nutrients. So having like a good patch of garden dirt sounds easy, like, oh, just go to the store and like, why not? But that's very expensive and it's not very eco-friendly. We unlocked the bee house! Oh my gosh, I definitely want to get some bees. This is gonna be so cool. No pun intended. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, good dirt is kind of like an inheritance to that spot. That there have been microbiomes, there has been fungus, there have been earthworms, there have been so many other bugs. The interaction between the microbiomes on the root systems of the plants that are growing, all of that plays together into a very, very complicated ecosystem. So good dirt is an ecosystem of itself. It is not just like a pile of dirt. And so if you casually come in and you just dig up a bunch of good dirt and toss it, then you're sort of throwing away a legacy of a bunch of plants and systems that has tried to grow and make that soil really healthy for a long time. Of course, old soil doesn't mean it's healthy. You might be missing a bunch of like nutrients that would make the plants thrive and things like that. But I learned to really respect. Yay! We grew this little guy well. Yay! But I learned to really, really, really respect the fact that, like, oh, I dropped the plant. Oh no, I didn't mean to drop the plant. I meant to sell it. Yay! I think we lost a little bit of carrots because I like dropped it a couple times. But I learned to really respect the fact that it wasn't quote unquote just dirt, and I really needed to be mindful and careful with what I was handling. And the fact that I was actually handling what looked like dirt to me, but was actually a thriving ecosystem that had taken a long time to become as healthy as it was at the flower farm I worked at. All right, so now that we've done that, I need to buy at least 2 more orchids. They're still our best money makers. But I do want to go ahead and get a couple more medium pots and then some common lady ferns because that would be a lot of fun. I think we'll put the common lady ferns over to the right because they do not need nearly as much water as the pothos do. And speaking of which, I don't think I have any pothos right now. So we're gonna put in an order for a couple of them. And then while we wait, let's actually take a peek at our new plants. We've unlocked a lot of things. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So the Primal Perry, which look like a beautiful Perry's Primrose. Okay. Despite its obvious and colorful beauty, Perry's Primrose has a unique trait. The odor of this plant is rankly aromatic, and its stinky skunk smell can last years as a pressed, dry plant. I absolutely want to grow a couple of those. That sounds hilarious. And then there's roses that we've planted roses before, but look at this guy. He goes into the hanging pots. Oh my gosh. Although beautiful and a wonderful houseplant, the trade zabrini is classified as an invasive species in South Africa. All trade in seeds, cuttings, and other propagative materials are even prohibited there. Wow. I would like to get more of those guys growing too, because each new plant we grow is introducing us to so much. Also, how are you guys doing? Can I turn this? Use the water pipes just a touch? I hope I didn't use it too much. Okay, touch more. There. Alright, I think that should have made... Okay, so this guy needs a little more water, but everybody else seems good. Okay. Alright, so let's come over. We're gonna open up these crates. And then, let's see, we'll get the orchids planted first. I really think we should probably go ahead and invest in another tray of orchids. I think that's really truly going to be where a big moneymaker is, and to be completely honest, I don't mind. I do not mind having just a ton of orchids, because I think that that would be a lot of fun. But I also want to see the beautiful ferns up, so let me see where I can put my hanging pot. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get my hanging pot maybe over here, and we're gonna start a little line of ferns. This is so fun. I'm just so happy and enchanted with my little collections. Alright, come here, you. Hanging plants can be a little bit tricky to work with, though. Alright. Then let's get the pothos in where the pothos goes. And we don't really need to soon, but I kind of am beginning to dream about going ahead and expanding our greenhouse and being able to get, I really want that propagator, but being able to get bees. I think having bees would be a really, bees would be a really good idea. Oops, I totally forgot to go ahead and fill this up. All right, let's get some good soil in here. And then I'm gonna water these with the water pipes. And we are actually getting to the point where it's probably a good idea for me to go ahead and we'll use the water pipes. That's so cute! Oh my goodness! And get some sprinklers to go ahead and take care of the plants. This is so much fun. I'm just happy. I'm just happy, and my seeds are dead. When you get them, your seed died when you plant a new seed. Make sure it has good water and sunlight. But why did my seed die? Which seed was it? Was it this seed? It should be happy right here. We've got good sunlight, common lady plant. Oh, it needs less sun. Common lady fern. Oh no. My seed. What am I gonna do? Okay, oh my gosh. What do I do? What do I do? How do I give it less juice inside of my greenhouse? I need a shader. Oh dear. All right. Can I sell that? Okay, you could actually sell the seed that you planted. Oh no. See, this is why this is why I need to be super careful because I just don't know how things are going to turn out sometimes. All right, let's sell these hibiscus. Here we go. And then I guess, gosh, I guess I'm gonna need a little, like, how do you make it darker inside of your greenhouse? Wow. Am I gonna need like a shade unit, giving them placing this above plants will shade them. So I guess I shouldn't plant lady ferns in there and I should get a different hanging plant. So let's go ahead and we're gonna need to work on making a dark area for our lady ferns, maybe in our greenhouse, but we'll get a couple of these guys instead and grow those in the hanging plant. And then we'll get a couple of the skunk plants for our medium pots. And have I not? I haven't grown an olive tree yet, so let's get the olive tree. And I think I have, oh, and I haven't grown the forget-me-nots yet, so we'll get a forget-me-not as well. Maybe a couple of them. And I think that should be good. Maybe an orchid or two, just because I could always use more orchids. Oh my gosh. All right. Things are starting to get a little bit more chaotic, but we are working our way up on having lots of carrots. I reiterate my idea that I think it would be good to have another row of orchids because they are just our fantastic money makers at the moment. But in order to grow like that, we might need to invest in some sprinklers soon. Wouldn't have a problem with that because this is all just adorable and I love it so much. So alright guys, if you could, do please leave a like for our beautiful new pothos and all of the other rare and unusual plants that we have been growing. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!